Motherhood and Femininity. Table of Contents. Introduction. Motherhood and femininity have long been central themes across popular culture, evolving across films, TV shows, and social media. Dynamics shape perceptions of motherhood, linking gender, power, and identity. Media plays a key role in shaping societal expectations, influencing women's careers, family roles, and autonomy. This analysis will explore how motherhood intersects with femininities, masculinities, and reproductive labor, examining how power structures in popular culture either reinforce or challenge rigid boundaries in the portrayal of motherhood and femininity. Examining our topic through an intersectional lens, mothers experience anxiety about their lives. This anxiety is driven by society's demand for a clear portrayal of motherhood. Power relations significantly affect how motherhood is represented and perceived across various contexts. These dynamics reinforce hegemonic systems and influence societal expectations. Power dynamics are crucial, not just in the hierarchical relationship between masculinity and femininity, but also how discourses about gender are created, disseminated, and contested. Gender. A key framework for analyzing power relations is gender binaries, categorizing genders into two distinct and opposing categories. This binary reinforces the expectation that individuals must conform to traditional roles. This portrayal reinforces emphasized femininity, which aligns with patriarchal standards, dictating women's appearance and behavior while limiting them to passive roles. In the context of masculinities, the gender binary reinforces certain expectations of men, such as being primary breadwinners and protectors, which is evident in The Simpsons. In the show, Homer Simpson works while his wife stays at home and takes care of the three children. This traditional family dynamic exemplifies the gender division of labor, where the father is a primary breadwinner and the mother is responsible for the domestic roles and childbearing. Motherhood is the ultimate expression of femininity. Mothers are portrayed as responsible for their families. This is harmful due to the strict gender roles limiting mothers from outside opportunities besides maternal duties. By challenging the traditional gender roles, such as portraying fathers who are equally involved in childcare or mothers who are professional and independent, individuals and media can push back against this limiting binary, allowing for a more fluid understanding of both masculinities and femininities, offering individuals the freedom to define their identities and roles outside of the prescribed societal expectations. Race. The effectiveness of motherhood and femininity as an identity is intertwined with racist narratives that are inseparable from white supremacy. Black mothers, in particular, are often depicted as inadequate, criminal, and insignificant, which restricts their abilities to assert their rights as both mothers and citizens. White supremacy in the media portrays them as bad mothers. An example of this is in the movie Boys Don't Cry. Here, a black mother is absent in her child's life, and when she appears, her presence is marked by emotional detachment and inadequacy. This reinforces the stereotype of black mothers as neglectful, inadequate, and incapable of providing the support their children need, which is tied to racist and patriarchal portrayals of Black womanhood in the media. However, portrayals of motherhood in the media by Black and Indigenous women challenge these stereotypes. A powerful example is in the movie Kidnapped. The film shows a Black mother fighting for a child's safety and can be seen as a powerful counter narrative to the stereotypical depictions of Black mothers. This distinction pushes back against the hegemonic systems portraying harmful ideologies. The film raises important questions about the racial systems that devalue and criminalize Black motherhood. By showing the Black mothers as protective and a loving figure, the film invites viewers to consider how society views and treats Black mothers, and in doing so, challenges the framework of white supremacy. Class. Motherhood and femininity are often portrayed as attainable with the right economic resources, such as the ability to stay home with the children, which overlooks the importance of reproductive labor. This creates a power dynamic where those from lower socioeconomic status are seen as bad mothers, while wealthier mothers may have access to childcare services, domestic workers, and flexible work arrangements. Lower income mothers often face a lack of support, making it significantly harder to meet these unrealistic standards of good motherhood. The glorification of the stay at home motherhood as the ideal fails to acknowledge the economic necessities that forces many women outside of the home. For instance, in today's social media driven culture, influencers hold significant power over consumer behavior. On TikTok and Instagram, influencers' mothers are typically from upper class backgrounds, making the standards they portray unrealistic for the average mother to achieve. This creates a narrow image of motherhood, one where wealthier women are depicted as effortlessly joyful, always put together, managing the perfect home and children. This promotes an idealized version of motherhood where influencers glorify the aesthetic in ways that exclude the realities of mothers. This power structure reinforces rigid boundaries in popular culture, portrayal of motherhood and femininity. To challenge this ideology, the media that represents mothers living in poverty, loving their children, shift the notion of what it means to be a good mother, which is not determined by class. Disability. There's very little portrayal of mothers in diverse bodies in TV shows. They're either disregarded or stereotyped to be unfit mothers, a misconception where people evaluate their situation but don't have any real understanding or experience with their disability. Mothers with disabilities are viewed as continuously needing help and incompatible with the idealized version of motherhood. Disability does not make someone an unfit parent. Ableist structures and misconceptions do. For example, Love on the Spectrum is a reality show that follows individuals with autism as they navigate dating and relationships. Society assumes that individuals who are disabled, especially those with autism or intellectual disabilities, are not capable of forming romantic relationships, getting married, or becoming parents. This show humanizes these individuals and shows that they are fully capable of love, commitment, and long term relationships, which extends to the idea of being a loving and capable parent. This shows challenges rigid structures in popular culture portrayal of motherhood and femininity. If more mothers and couples with disabilities were shown in the media who were full participants in their roles of caregiving, this would challenge the harmful stereotype. Citizenship. Mothers and femininity are portrayed in media as the idealized citizen. Popular culture praises the idea of being a self sacrificing mother, considered a good mother. This idea has been reinforced through generations. Preschool television series often present a glorified idea of motherhood and continue to strengthen gender stereotypes. An example of this is the television series Clifford the Big Red Dog. Mothers are depicted as endlessly loving, putting their child's needs first. This portrayal aligns with the idea of self sacrificing, reinforcing the gender stereotype that a mother's primary role is to care for her children at the expense of her own needs and desires. Such representations continue to glorify and perpetuate the idea that good mothers must be selfless, thus reinforcing traditional gender roles and expectations of femininity. Although citizenship is linked to power, those without citizenship do not have the same rights, opportunities, and resources as those who do. Exercising citizenship is a tool for upholding or challenging power dynamics. Age. Ageism in popular culture portrays younger mothers as incapable of nurturing their children and older mothers as causing risk to their babies. This reinforces the ageist ideologies about a mother's ability to raise her child. For instance, ads for genetic testing services or maternity hospitals use languages like advanced maternal age, typically defined as 35 and older, to create a sense of risk and urgency. Thus, the media, like Instagram ads, continuously bombard mothers with questions like, are you really parenting the right way? Instagram ads for parenting products like strollers, baby monitors, or clothing imply that mothers are only doing it right if they follow the latest trends. To challenge these ageist and femininity-based stereotypes, it is crucial to destruct the societal norms that link age with a mother's nurturing ability. Social justice issues related to motherhood and femininity are prevalent in popular culture, shaped by changing representations of what a mother should be. Recent media like Big Brother and How to Clean Your House challenges the stereotypes by showing the messy reality of motherhood. However, negative stereotypes persist, such as Vogue's portrayal of Madonna giving up her pop icon persona to be a mother, reinforcing the idea that women must self sacrifice to be a good mother. Additionally, shows like The Handmaid's Tale highlight how governments control women's reproductive rights. In conclusion, media representations of motherhood and femininity are shaped by power dynamics that influence societal expectations. Despite progress, unrealistic portrayals persist. An intersectional analysis reveals how power structures shape perceptions, with media either reinforcing or challenging these boundaries. Ultimately, the hegemonic systems that uphold these harmful stereotypes are the root of the problem. Deconstructing these harmful systems is crucial for a more equitable narrative, with media offering an authentic, empowering representation. References and thank you for listening.